Thank you for joining us on Long Island. It's senior day here at Massapequa High School, where the Chiefs will look to finish their home schedule on a high with a game against the West Hempstead Rams, who are riding all the momentum in the world after a walk-off touchdown to beat Long Beach this weekend. It's Massapequa West Hempstead in this inaugural season of flag football on Long Island right now on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Once again, I am Gavin Shaw. Massapequa comes into this game 4-2 on the season, looking to end their home schedule on a good note. The West Hempstead Rams, a thrilling 18-12 win over Long Beach coming into this one, and that touchdown was scored by our impact player. It is, of course, Chance Mingo for the Rams. She has had a spectacular start to her flag football career. Four-sport athlete, incredibly smart. That's the defining characteristic of her game. She notices tendencies that end up helping the coaching staff out. She'll point out, hey, the QB's tapping her leg. That means a jet sweep is coming. Just stuff like that, but also an incredible athlete on the field. Big physical presence at the wide receiver spot. And then for Massapequa, a star wide receiver for the Chiefs, it's Dominique Diorio. And Diorio is a player that head coach Bruce Stegner is figuring out how to get going without star quarterback Leah Howard, who has missed the last 4 games and will be out for the season with shin splints, so they'll look to get Diorio the ball a little closer to the line of scrimmage. Now let's check out the starting lineups for the West Hempstead Rams. On offense for West Hempstead, Amanda Healy, a spectacular dual-threat quarterback. Myella Nesbitt, a revelation as a freshman at the running back spot. We already told you about Mingo, but Emma Shinsedo, Jancy Cabrera, also top targets at wide receiver, with Vivian Thomas, new at center, and Kira Mohammed blocking for this talented group of skill position players. And then defensively for West Hempstead, stellar group: Catherine Andre, Jade Altador, Shantae Palmer, Mackenzie Cates, Anaya James, Constance Berry Rowley, and Christina Guerrier. Now let's take a look at the starting lineup for Massapequa as we are getting ready to get underway. At quarterback, it's Talia Morisi. She was the third stringer to start the year. Leah Howard, again, had that shin splints issue. A couple other players got sick, so Morisi got her chance, and she has run away with the job. Is a talented runner of the football as well. Still improving as a passer. Sam Nolan at running back, a physical presence there. Allie Harding and Amy Flores bring a lot of speed on that offensive line. And then on the perimeter, we told you about Diorio's exploits. Shea Brennan and Lila D'Agostino rounding out that group for the Massapequa Chiefs. And then defensively for Massapequa, Mackenzie Collins, Amy Flores Collins, the name to know there, just spectacular on the pass rush. Great burst off the line, strong pursuit as well. And then in the defensive backfield, Mariah Morisi, Shea Brennan, Lila D'Agostino, and at safety, Dominic Diorio and Jess Linsky. So with that, we are about to get underway on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Again, Massapequa, nominally the better team so far this season. 2 of those wins, though, came early when they still had Leah Howard at quarterback. The Chiefs have been a different team since Howard has gone out. Howard gave them the ability to really aggressively push the ball down the football field, and Howard, a Division I soccer commit heading to Illinois, just an elite athlete at that quarterback spot that is pretty much impossible to replicate. And so the Chiefs have had to adjust, be a little bit more run-based, though they still try and get the quick passing game going. And for West Hempstead, it's a group of younger players. A lot of these stars are in the earlier parts of their career, namely Myella Nesbitt, and we noted Chance Mingo, someone who could be just elite by the end of her career. So we'll take a quick break on the Varsity Media Sports Network, and we'll come back with the start of this one.
Teed off by shoulder pain? We've got specialists for that. Realizing you've pulled out more than weeds? We've got specialists for that. Doing the twist making you shout? We've got specialists for that. Orland & Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better faster.
Stand out from the competition with a Varsity Media college recruiting video. A college recruiting video from Varsity Media can help save money on college tuition and land a spot on the team. We use your best plays with our custom editing effect sets and music to ensure a college coach sees your athletic skills. Contact us today to book a college recruiting video. 516-403-2050 or email jeff@varsitymedia.net. The best action shots and the best angles look no further than Varsity Media. Our experienced photographers capture your athletes' best moments right from field level. Plus, we offer great keepsakes like bobbleheads, posters, plaques, and prints. For more information about Varsity Media's photography services, contact us at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
We are back on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Massapequa, West Hempstead in this first season of flag football on Long Island. It was a pilot program pioneered by the New York Jets, New York Giants, and Buffalo Bills. The Jets are sponsoring the action on Long Island, as is Nike, so big thanks to them. Big thanks to Orland and Cohen for sponsoring this matchup on the Varsity Media end of things. And there were representatives from each school that wrote in a letter to the Jets advocating for their school to be one of the programs chosen for this initial season. And on both these teams, there's a whole lot of excitement. Massapequa had 50 players try out, 35 on the team. And West Hempstead, there was a whole lot of interest as well. They put out a flyer and just had a packed room for that initial meeting. It was so exciting for head coach Dana Taglioni, who grew up a big Giants fan, always loved football, never had a chance to play growing up, and now has an opportunity to coach it. And she just really drives home to these players what a fantastic opportunity they have in front of them. So it'll be Massapequa ball to start. The Chiefs in the blue and gold, the Rams in the white-black with the gold numbers, and we are underway on the Varsity Media Sports Network. A little screen set up and a couple yards gained for Jeslinski before she is caught from behind. Excuse me, it was Shea Brennan on the catch. Gain of about 2. That first down marker is 20 yards down the field on the 50. Flag football, an 80-yard game played from 10-yard line to 10-yard line. And possession start off on the 20, so a little give. Bouncing outside with the football. And not much room to maneuver is Sam Nolan as she is caught from behind by Nicole Alvarez.
Nice stop by the Lady Rams, Nicole Alvarez. Third down, the line of advancement is midfield.
So it's a 3rd and 15 for the Chiefs. We'll see what Maurice can do at quarterback. Again, she is still working on the passing aspect of her game. Maurice under pressure immediately, just does escape a sack. Now cuts it up the field. Maurice dodging defenders, somehow got out of the pack. Maurice sprinting into open space, and now the flag is grabbed. About as spectacular of a 10-yard run as you will see. Maurice putting on every move in the book. Running about 40 yards to gain 10. Good help from the defensive backfield for West Hempstead. Looked like Sophia Ezigui on the stop. So Massapequa will try and go for it. 4th and about 7. Maurice in the shotgun. Receiver in motion is Diorio. Fake the give to Diorio. Now Maurice calling for a receiver to come over. A high arcing pass thrown up for grabs, and it's caught in a pack. What a catch, Lila D'Agostino. A rainbow pass from Maurice, and let's take another look at it. That spectacular run from Maurice to get them in position, 4th and short. And then Maurice threw up a prayer, and D'Agostino just a great job tracking the football.
for our Chiefs. That line of advancement.
So it'll be a 1st and 5 as we take a look at that spectacular 4th down play. Maurice under pressure, just lofted it up. D'Agostino, what a job tracking the football. Then a touchdown-saving flag grab as it sets up 1st and very short. So that's a key distinction in flag football versus tackle. The 1st down markers are set. They are not retroactively positioned based on the initial line of scrimmage at 1st down. So you could have a 1st and as long as 20 or a 1st and a whole lot shorter. In this case, it'll be 2nd and about 4 after the 1-yard gain on 1st down. Maurice looking left side. Another high archer of a pass contested and blocked away. Good bit of defending by the backline defenders of this West Hempstead team. I believe it was Christina Guerrier on that breakup. Guerrier, very upbeat player, always cheering on her teammates. Dana Taglioni describing her as a role model in that defensive backfield. Brings up a 3rd and 4 for Massapequa. Maurice had that great run. 2 starters back in on the pass rush for West Hempstead, and a flag grab before the throw, so a big-time sack
Flag was grabbed
as the return
prior to the pass. Loss
of those 2 starters for West Hempstead on the D-line could loom large in this one as they get their pass rush back. Look like Myella Nesbitt, or excuse me, might have been Caitlin Martin on the sack that time around. So 4th and short, and Bruce Stegner will risk it again with his team in plus territory. Maurice looking to run, now throws. Oh, good pass, has a girl, and is blocked away at the last second. Big time stop by West Hempstead to force the turnover on downs. It was Mackenzie Cates blocking it away. Let's take another look. One of the better throws on the year for Maurice. Had her intended target down the field, but Cates just kept on coming to block that pass, and West Hempstead will take over on the 31
Lady Rams 1st and 14.
with a 1st and
This is midfield, the 40-yard line.
about, or excuse me, they'll take over on the 36, so it's a 1st and 14 for West Hempstead. It's Amanda Healy at the quarterback spot. Diamond formation for the Rams. Quick toss out of the backfield. And, oh, there's the escapability.
Defense stop made.
Quick burst
Jess Linsky.
for Emily Shinsedo.
Nice game by the Lady Rams.
Or excuse me, might have been Myella Nesbitt on that catch.
I believe Myella Nesbitt on the catch. 2nd and 2.
Player in motion is Shinsedo. Shinsedo will take it on the jet sweep and will toss it to Nesbitt. Nesbitt weaving through traffic to pick up the 1st down.
Nesbitt on the 2nd carry of the play.
So there's that trick play that West Hempstead, we talked about it a little bit going into the Long Beach game. They've been working on that.
Right at midfield, 40-yard line. This will be a 1st and 20 for the Lady Rams. Next line of advance, 20-yard line.
So ball on the 40, 1st and 20 for West Hempstead. Healy takes some heat and instead will run the ball. Healy scampers for a gain of about 6 or 7.
Healy on the carry for the Rams. Stop made by number 15, Jessica Linsky.
Amanda Healy, also a track athlete. You can certainly see it when she runs. She had a play last game against Long Beach where she forced 2 of the Marines to just bang into each other with an absolutely dirty spin move. An exceptionally smart player, even though this is her first time playing organized flag football already really good at going through her progressions. So 2 running backs on either side. Jancy Cabrera in motion. Healy looking that way, not under a lot of pressure, and throws it away right to a Massapequa defender. On the pick for the Chiefs, it's Jess Linsky. West Hempstead had all the momentum.
Nice play by
And
Linsky.
Linsky read that perfectly as Healy hesitated on the pass. Looked like she never saw Linsky, who stepped right in front of that pass. There's a good flag grab by Nesbitt to save a potential pick 6. So right around 17 minutes left in this first half. The Chiefs take over right around midfield. It's a run the whole way for Morisi, who spins to pick up the first down just past the 40.
Right about at midfield, which will give the Chiefs a 1st and 20 from midfield.
So a 1st and 20 for Massapequa, coached by Bruce Stegner, the legendary girls soccer coach, I should say, at the school. He's won in 20 years 7 state titles, 12 Long Island championships, and 17 Nassau County crowns. You literally cannot do much better than that. Morisi rolling out right, ducks a defender, lobs it up just to get rid of the ball. Savvy play by Morisi. So we'll bring up a 2nd and 20 for the Chiefs. Again, Massapequa lost an aspect of their offense when Leah Howard went off at quarterback. With that shin splints issue, Howard could push the ball 30 or 40 yards down the field. Morisi brings a lot of the same qualities as Howard as a runner, but can't quite throw it as far. As that looked like a quick jump against West Hempstead. So we'll make things a little bit more manageable for Massapequa as they get pushed up 5 yards to the 35. Morisi heading to play college soccer at Old Dominion a year from now, a star center fielder on this Massapequa team that won another Nassau County championship this past year, knocking off Syosset. Little bit of revenge for the Chiefs after they lost a year before. Sprinting is Morisi, putting on the spin move. Morisi, absolutely electric, ripping off 12 yards. And we'll set up a 3rd and about 5 for Massapequa.
Still in at quarterback. D'Agostino out wide to her left.
2 receivers left, 1 right.
Diorio to her right.
For Morisi, Diorio's the lone receiver near side of your screen. Morisi ducks forward. Looks like she's going to run for it. Morisi takes off, gets the edge. Talia Morisi, another 15 or so on the ground. And Massapequa will have a 1st and goal. And Morisi was flag grabbed at about the 22.
Checking in, Chiefs number 55, Delaney Donato.
So new player in at quarterback for the Chiefs. It's Delaney Donato looking left, throwing left, and connecting And the ball on the precipice of goal after the catch from Dominic Diorio.
Second down and goal from the 5.
Donato, a little bit of a stronger thrower than Morisi, so she will come in certain passing situations. Good-looking arm that time around, and great job by Diorio coming back to attack the football. Diorio, a three-sport athlete, also playing soccer and basketball, so second and goal from about 3 yards out for Massapequa as the Chiefs look to punch it in. Lob pass over the middle. Touchdown, Chiefs. The connection from Donato to Jess Linsky. Linsky started this possession by getting an interception and now pays it off with a touchdown.
For the extra point conversion, the Chiefs can go for 1.
A little trick play for the Chiefs.
2 points.
Linsky was on the line to block and just spun out.
The Chiefs will be going for 1.
And it is Talia Morisi back in at quarterback for Massapequa. The Chiefs will be going for a 1-point conversion from the 3-yard line. You can go for 1, 2, or 3 in flag football. Morisi will attack the edge. No one there. And an extra point for Massapequa and an early 7-0 lead over West Hempstead. And now we'll see what the West Hempstead offense has in store in terms of a response. But first, let's get another look at that 1-point conversion. The left side, totally uncovered. Easy money for Talia Morisi, who's headed to play her college soccer at Old Dominion. The ball will start off on the 20 for the Rams. Got into a good initial rhythm before that interception from Amanda Healy on the last drive. Now a give wide. Oh, and a missed flag in the backfield. So still running is Shinsedo. How did Shinsedo get out of that pack? Oh, man, a magic trick from Emily Shinsedo.
Emily Shinsedo for the Rams.
Should have been stopped 3, maybe 4 times.
22 on the play.
I thought she was caught in the backfield initially, but stays so low to the ground. Look at that spin, escaping a sea of blue. And a big-time grab by Shea Brennan. If not, it could have been a touchdown for Shinsedo. So a timeout taken by the Rams. We will take one as well on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orland & Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Back to it on the Varsity Media Sports Network. 7-0 lead for Massapequa over West Hempstead, though a little bit of momentum now for the Rams after that big run from Emily Shinsedo. Shinsedo, a 3-sport athlete, picked up 23 on that run, first down, at about 17. Now Shinsedo will catch a pass. We'll put on another quick move. Shinsedo scampering down the sideline. Man, she is a problem. Just hard to get to her level to grab the flag. This is almost a game that favors lack of height when it comes with a whole lot of skill and fantastic footwork and athleticism. I mean, just look at that juke from Shinsedo. And it was Linsky who nearly got a hand on the flag, but just couldn't get a good grip. I mean, just like Shinsedo herself, a little bit slippery. So Healy working in the shotgun. Player in motion was Cabrera. Pass will go to Mingo. And Mingo will pick up 6 or 7. Chance Mingo, again, who had 2 touchdowns in that last game for West Hempstead, including the game winner for the Rams at the buzzer in that 18-12 victory over Long Beach. About as thrilling of a finish as you will get in any sport on the Varsity Media Sports Network. You got to talk about it. The skill level for both these teams just so impressive considering players on either side had essentially never played the sport. This is all in the last few months. So jet sweep to Cabrera. Cabrera trying to get the edge and will pick up the first down before she's stopped by Linsky. As we are a little past the halfway point of this opening half, 11 minutes to go. No quarter breaks in flag football. It is 2 24-minute halves. 16 yards to the end zone for West Hempstead. On a little Statue of Liberty action, Nesbitt putting on a quick move, but the Massapequa defense not fooled. It doesn't matter. Nesbitt's too quick as she gets tagged down at the 1. The escapability of this West Hempstead team across the board is just ridiculous. First it was Shinsedo. This time it was Nesbitt. Massapequa wasn't fooled in the slightest, but Nesbitt could not be caught until a late grab from Shea Brennan to just deny the star freshman a touchdown. This is the first high school sport that Nesbitt has played at West Hempstead, which is incredible to say. I think those other coaches were sleeping on her a little bit. She just one of those players who in the last few months has found out she was born to play running back, a real natural talent, going to be a star. Before her career is over, that ball is fumbled, and the play is dead. In flag football, there are no fumbles. The ball is just dead at the spot of the drop. So it'll be a 4th and goal from the 3 for West Hempstead. As we hit the final 10 minutes of this first half. Healy will operate from the shotgun. A defining play in this game early on. Healy throwing left side. Shinsedo couldn't catch it. So it's a turnover on downs for West Hempstead. As Shinsedo just couldn't quite corral that pass. It was well thrown by Healy. And a promising drive for the Rams ends in disappointment as Massapequa will take over. On the flip side, if you're the Rams, you certainly flip the field. As Massapequa will start off deep in their own territory, right on that 3-yard line. Some great moments on that drive from Nesbitt and Shinsedo, and you're almost surprised they didn't try running plays. That play is stopped in the backfield expeditiously.
That is a safety.
It's a safety for West Hempstead.
Tremendous athleticism.
Let's take another look. Look like Nicole Alvarez shooting into the backfield to get that stop. Picture perfect defending from Alvarez. So West Hempstead misses out on the touchdown, but they get the safety. 7-2 is our score, and it will be West Hempstead football. Alvarez made that look easy, but a tricky play as you're running all your momentum forward, and then you have to go across your body on that flag grab. But Alvarez just was smooth and confident about it. And it just felt like the Rams needed that, playing a Massapequa team that has been rolling essentially this entire year. You're on the road. The Rams got a little bit of a short lineup, or a short warm-up, excuse me. If Massapequa had marched down and scored there, that it just would have been a lot for West Hempstead to overcome. Instead, you get the 2 points. You get the ball back on the 20. And you have a chance to really get something going now. I'm not sure what the delay here. The ball was apparently spotted improperly. So off the safety, it's supposed to start on the 30, not on the 20. Or
Possession is the 40-yard line, 1st and 20 Rams.
so 20 yards to go for the Rams to first down yardage. Healy, they try that toss play again. Nesbitt tries to get the edge, and she's stopped by Shea Brennan. A gain of about 8 or 9 for Nesbitt on first down.
Picks up 9 on the play, Nesbitt.
That signature double toss
Nesbitt,
paying dividends.
2nd and 11 for the Rams.
Nesbitt does a really good job anticipating the pitch, always in the right position, and just has that quick first step after getting the ball. Healy has a girl over the middle, but too high. As Jancy Cabrera was her intended target.
Pass intended for Cabrera. Lady Rams looking at 3rd and 11.
Shinsedo in motion. Healy facing some heat. Tries to spin away. And had her flag grabbed back in the backfield. Couldn't quite tell who got the pull there. Might have been Layla DiAgostino. As Healy tried to put on that signature spin move, and DiAgostino, the 8th grader, wasn't having any of it. Sets up a punt on 4th down for West Hempstead, who cannot pay off that safety. No rush on the punt. Good one. That will fall dead at about the 8-yard line. Excuse me, right around the 15. So Massapequa in a pretty ideal position, just 4 yards to go for the first down. And that allows you to take some chances as an offense. You can push the ball down the field a couple times, knowing if you get to 3rd down, you just have to gain a couple. With 7.5 minutes to go, you figured the Chiefs would like to drain some clock here, make this the final possession of the first half, or give it back to West Hempstead without enough time to do much with the football. In at quarterback is Donato. Donato chucking a bomb, and she has her girl. Streaking ahead is Diorio, in for 6. The Donato to Diorio connection. We heard it from Bruce Stegner this week. With Leah Howard out, Donato has the best arm on the team. And Dominic Diorio unlocked with a quarterback who can push the ball down the field, taking full advantage of it. So a quick strike response for Massapequa to that safety. And a 13-2 lead for the Chiefs over the Rams. Marisi back in at quarterback for the extra point. Ran it in last time. This time we'll throw over the middle. Another well-designed play by Bruce Stegner. Shea Brennan finding the opening right up the middle. And Massapequa up 14-2. As we get another look at the extra point, that same trick play with Brennan lined up at center, popping out, uncovered, easy pitch and catch from Morisi. So now it's West Hempstead really needing a strong response with 7:21 to go in the first half, down by 12. Again, they were on the precipice of goal. The pass from Amanda Healy, dropped by Emily Shinsedo, would have been a touchdown on that fourth down. The Rams get a safety, can't do anything with the ball after getting it back. And then just the deep connection from Donato to Diorio. Couple yards on the first down run for Chance Mingo, who has been fairly well contained by Massapequa. She was absolutely unstoppable this Saturday against Long Beach. So 2nd and 18 for the Rams. Shinsedo in motion. Little pitch. Nesbitt turning it up the field. And her flag was grabbed after about 4 or 5 yards. So a nice scamper from Nesbitt, who looks like she only gained a yard there. Brings up a 3rd and 17 for West Hempstead. Need a big-time throw from Healy here. Cabrera blocking, lob up to Mingo. Oh, no, it was Shinsedo who caught it, but she is stopped immediately by Morisi, who was right there to grab the flag. It's good patience by Morisi. You grab that flag early, it's a penalty. And would have just been a spot foul on Massapequa, but Morisi, good job timing it up. Mariah Morisi, the younger sister of Talia Morisi. So West Hempstead will punt it and will really be needing a stop on the other end of things to ensure this doesn't turn the direction of a blowout. Well kicked again by Catherine Andre. About 40 yards on that punt. And the ball hits the turf and will be at the 15-yard line. So a 1st and 5 again for Massapequa. In the situation last time around, Donato blasted it about 60 yards down the field. And it's 4 minutes left in this first half. It's Massapequa a 12-point lead. The Chiefs won their first 3 games of the year against Locust Valley, Freeport, and Hempstead. Then were dominated by Lynbrook, as this time on the run it is Donato. Looks pretty speedy in her own right at the quarterback position. Getting the first down, about 12 yards, on the run. Donato looked to throw initially, saw that opening, and took full advantage of it. Then it was a big loss for Lynbrook in the 4th game. Then Massapequa beat Long Beach. They're coming off a 35-7 defeat against Belmore District, who at this point in the season looks like they might just be the best team in Nassau County. As here's another big throw by Donato. Oh, what a grab! Just ridiculous stuff by Diorio. Over the head. Contested catch. And picture-perfect ball placement again by Donato. That is as good of a throw as you will see boys or girls football on Long Island. Put it where only Diorio could get it. It was a big emphasis for Massapequa coming into this game. We have a real talent in Dominic Diorio the last couple of weeks. They just hadn't been able to get the ball down the field. That has shifted big time in this first half. DiOrio stays in at quarterback, changing things up with a run, but nowhere to go for Sam Nolan. The run fits have been excellent. Nicole Alvarez leading the charge for West Hempstead. Alvarez got that safety a couple minutes back, as we approach the 2-minute warning here in this first half at Massapequa High School. Beautiful Tuesday night as the Chiefs are sending a message on their senior day. Marisi back in at quarterback, sprinting left. Marisi getting the edge, cutting back, dropped the defender. Talia Marisi putting on the moves and down inside the 5. This is a two-headed monster at quarterback for Massapequa. Donato with the golden arm, and Marisi, the Old Dominion commit, the star member, I should say, of Massapequa's undefeated state championship soccer team, showing you the start and stop ability. Just a next-level athlete. And that's interesting. That play was ruled dead, but Marisi never lost her flags. They were still intact at the end of that run. Wonder if she got called for protecting the flag, but there was no penalty. That was interesting by the officials. Might have been a mistake. Marisi trying to remedy that. Running right, looking for the edge.
Nice defensive stop.
Can't quite get there.
Defensive stop made by number 7.
As the flag is grabbed by Jordan O'Brien.
Timeout, Massapequa.
So Massapequa will call for time. 40 seconds on the clock. We will step aside as well on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Teed off by shoulder pain? We've got specialists for that. Realizing you've pulled out more than weeds? We've got specialists for that. Doing the twist making you shout? We've got specialists for that. Orland & Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Back to it on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Massapequa on the precipice of goal. Final 40 seconds of this first half. Looking to add on to a 14-2 league. Again, you're watching Nassau County flag football presented by Orland & Cohen here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Remember to throw us a YouTube subscription, youtube.com/Varsity Media. Follow us on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at Varsity Media. And we've seen Massapequa play two quarterbacks to great effect. It's Marisi, and again, the better runner of the two. Delaney Donato, coming off an illness last week, has looked more than healthy, bombing the football down the field to Dominic DiOrio. A lob pass, same play, same result. The Chiefs have run it 3 times, and why would they stop as Shea Brennan tags on her second touchdown? Marisi doing a really good job leading Shea Brennan away from the defender. And West Hempstead has yet to catch on to that particular move. And it's a commanding 18-point lead for the Chiefs, pending the extra point. Marisi looking left, and she's sacked. Crucial stop for West Hempstead.
Extra point, no good. First down and 20.
Quick penetration to the backfield that time. I believe it was Alyssa Cabrera on the stop.
Alyssa Cabrera for the Lady Rams with a nice defense.
So West Hempstead will have 35.5 seconds to go to work. Myella Nesbitt, her spirit not deterred by the 18-point deficit. Just brings a great attitude to this West Hempstead team. Mentally and physically tough player. Again, who just has such a bright future in this sport. Only a freshman, but took to the running back position right from the start. As Shinsedo runs across the field, looking for the pass. Healy, a couple pump fakes, then goes across her body, but too tall for her intended target that time around. She was looking for Christina Guerrier. Or it might have been Catherine Andre on that pass attempt.
Second down and 20 for the Rams.
So 2nd and 20, 27 and a half seconds left in this first half. So West Hempstead looks to tack on a score before the break, and nearly a diving catch by Shinsedo. Great effort by her, tracking the football. She tells Andre on the sideline she's all good. We'll set up a 3rd and long with 21 seconds to go, and you almost wonder if West Hempstead wants to run the ball here to keep the clock moving and not risk a potential punt return for Massapequa to end this half. Healy will run the ball, and she is stymied in the backfield. Mackenzie Collin, great burst. So that will take us to half. A 20-2 lead for Massapequa over West Hempstead. The big story for the Chiefs in the first half, Delaney Donato coming off an illness, coming off the bench, and hitting Dominic DiOrio for 2 big bombs down the field. And then that signature trick play where the center, most often either Shea Bredin or Jess Linsky, pops out, and Talia Marisi has been able to connect for a couple of touchdowns. Chiefs up by 18 as we head to break on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
The best action shots and the best angles look no further than Varsity Media. Our experienced photographers capture your athletes' best moments right from field level. Plus, we offer great keepsakes like bobbleheads, posters, plaques, and prints. For more information about Varsity Media's photography services, contact us at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
Yeah, tons of Massapequa sports on there. Yeah, you got it.
Stand out from the competition with a Varsity Media college recruiting video. A college recruiting video from Varsity Media can help save money on college tuition and land a spot on the team. We use your best plays with our custom editing effects set to music to ensure a college coach sees your athletic skills. Contact us today to book a college recruiting video. 516-403-2050 or email Jeff at varsitymedia.net.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orland & Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster. Teed off by shoulder pain? We've got specialists for that. Realizing you've pulled out more than weeds? We've got specialists for that. Doing the twist making you shout? We've got specialists for that. Orland & Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Second half about to get underway here at Massapequa High School. It's a 20-2 lead for the Chiefs over the Rams of West Hempstead. I'm Gavin Schall here with you on the Varsity Media Sports Network. It was a crucial fourth down stop that swung this game around for Massapequa. And then a couple of bombs from Delaney Donato to Dominic Diorio.
Back to the action for the second half.
Diorio just such a weapon for this Massapequa team, unlocked by Donato's arm, but that's nothing against Talia Marisi, the senior quarterback. Has continually moved the chains when Donato's not in running the football, and has thrown a couple of touchdowns in her own right to Shea Brennan and Jess Linsky, on top of running in an extra point. So West Hempstead ball to open this second half. The Rams have certainly had runs of success in this game. Shinsedo and Nesbitt have been really effective carrying the football. Quick pressure. Healy ducks it, throws up a lob. Caught by Mingo. Mingo working across the field, and wow, what speed. Mackenzie Collin was rushing the passer and burst out to catch Mingo. So a gain of about 12 yards. Brings up a 2nd and 8 with the first down right at midfield. Shinsedo in motion. Healy looking right. Oh, nearly picked. Jess Linsky had a bullet going towards that ball. And I think it distracted Shinsedo just enough to miss it. This West Hempstead offense, they pour so much time into practice, drilling plays over and over and over again until they're muscle memory. And it was so interesting talking to Dana Taglione. She said, we had this idea going into the season of what would work. And then what's the old Mike Tyson quote? Everyone has a plan until you get punched in the mouth. Facing live pass rush, they had to adjust a lot. They have, and they figured out a pretty dynamic offense led by Shinsedo. Shinsedo spinning into open space. She'll be very close to first down yardage if she didn't pick it up, and the official will say that she did. So just past the first down, a clutch run on the jet sweep for Shinsedo. Shinsedo is just electric with the football. This is a Massapequa team. This is a Massapequa school. That is some of the best athletes you'll see, not just in Nassau County, but on Long Island. And Shinsedo at points making them look slow on the perimeter with their ability to just weave in and out of traffic. Shinsedo lined up in the slot, and this time around, Massapequa will show 2 rushers. The give to Mingo going right. Mingo just flat out fast. Well-designed play from Taglione and her assistant coach Nick Magarachi that time, as Mingo picked up 12, essentially was unobstructed until she got her flag ripped off. It's a good job by Mingo just securing that football. It was a little bit of a sloppy exchange. Chasing her down the backside was Sam Nolan, the change of pace running back for the Chiefs. Healy throwing left. Oh, nearly picked as Diorio closed well on that football.
Nikki Diorio on the defense for the Chiefs.
Really hard to push the ball down the field with Diorio manning safety combined with Linsky. Just a whole lot of speed on the back end for Bruce Stegner. And again, you give Stegner a couple years with this program, you got to imagine Massapequa will be as good as anyone, just flat out one of the best coaches on Long Island, regardless of sport. As that ball's tipped up, oh, nearly picked on the deflection. Diorio had a shot at it. So we'll set up a 4th down for West Hempstead. About 8 yards to go for West Hempstead. And down by 18 in positive territory. They're obviously going to go for it. Defining play of this game and a new quarterback in for the Rams. It's Catherine Andre. Deep in the backfield. Andre will punt it. And it'll be taken in the end zone. So our first return of this game, it's Jess Linsky. Linsky trying to get the edge, cannot do it. So will be poor starting field position. An interesting call from Dana Taglione. Down by 18, she was betting on her defense to get a stop. And it'll be interesting to see who comes out at quarterback for Massapequa. Again, it was Talia Morisi and Delaney Donato, both having their moments in the first half for the Chiefs. Donato more so with her arm, Morisi more so with her feet, though both QBs dabbled in both areas as well. It'll be Morisi to open the second half. But Donato, pretty ideal as far as change of pace options are at the quarterback position. Morisi will chuck one over the middle, has a target, but left that pass short of her intended target of Samantha Renda. We haven't seen a lot of handoffs to Renda in this game. I think that's a lot of respect from Bruce Stegner to this West Hempstead defensive line, as Massapequa's been fairly ineffective when they have tried to run the football. Linsky in motion will get the ball on the jet sweep, and Linsky stopped after maybe a yard. Another really good flag grab from that West Hempstead D-line.
Defensive line play, I believe, by number 12, Nicole Alvarez.
It was Nicole Alvarez again. We've said her name a whole bunch. She got the safety. She got the sack on the one-point conversion attempt after Massapequa got their third touchdown. Brings up a 3rd and 15 for Massapequa. Morency looking for room. Will pass it short. Be a tall task, but still running along the sideline. Oh, wow, what a burst to get that first down.
Nice reception and yards in.
It was Shea Brennan on the catch and run.
Chiefs a first down. First down, 16 for Massapequa, line of advance.
Brennan just snuck into open space. It was less of a route and more of a drift, and Brennan able to get that edge. And at times you think of flag football and you say, all right, you're putting the offense at a disadvantage because they don't get to shake off a defender. On plays like that, it's advantageous. Because in a tackle game, she's pushed out of balance. There's no chance she gets to that first down marker. With the flag, it's a little hard to get that grip sometimes. Morisi will fake the give, will throw down the field. Wide open is Sam Nolan. Sam Nolan still going. One girl to beat. It's a foot race, and she stopped, but not before picking up 45 yards.
Sam Nolan.
At the last second, it was Mackenzie Cates who got the flag, but what a well-designed play. They made it look like a run for Morisi the whole way, and then she just lofted a bomb up to Sam Nolan, who goes from 20 to about the 20 on the other end of it, so gain was closer to 60 yards than 45. What a play for Sam Nolan. The change of pace back as a senior, heading to Wisconsin as a student a year from now. Morisi in the shotgun. Buying time. Morisi will fire to the end zone against the grain. Diorio again. Touchdown, Massapequa. Dominique Diorio has taken over this game. Momentum changing catches and runs in half number 1. And now a big grab over the middle. And that might have been the pass of the day for Talia Morisi, who's done a great job leveraging her running ability into throwing. Look at this. Just patient, waiting, ducking a defender, push to the edge, throws it across her body, back over the middle, just having confidence Diorio was going to win the jump ball. And Diorio able to do just that. So Massapequa going for the 2-point conversion from the 20. Morisi will lob it high. Diorio, again, had good positioning and just couldn't quite hold on to the football. So it's a 26-2 advantage for Massapequa over West Hempstead. And what a response for the Chiefs, again, coming off that blowout loss to Belmore District, 35-7, a Belmore District team that features a quarterback who plays football on the boys team and just a whole lot of dynamic talent. But the Chiefs are finding their stride. It took a while when Leah Howard went out with that stress fracture. Howard, of course, going to Illinois to play soccer next year. Should be healthy by some point in June, though I believe she is considered out for the season. Obviously, with a Big Ten soccer career on the horizon, you don't want to push it, but she was just great over the first two games at quarterback for the Chiefs. But all that is to say, the combination of Morisi and Donato, at least on this Tuesday night, replicating a lot of that effectiveness. Healy will keep it short. Mingo on the catch. Mingo weaving into open space. Just had one defender to beat for 6. Said it's a gain of 18. A late flag grab by Diorio. As Mingo just gives you everything you could want at the wide receiver position. Almost reminds you of Jamar Chase on the men's side of thing in the NFL with her ability to wind jump balls down the field, but also catch a short pass and have those bursts of speed. It's tough on a defense when the tallest and most physical player also might be the fastest player on the opposing offense. Healy will go a different direction, but sprinting in to deflect that pass is Jeslinski, intended for Jancy Cabrera, a top wide receiver for the Rams who's yet to record a catch on the day. So Healy will get the play from the sideline from Nick Magarachi. 3rd and 4 for West Hempstead. Down by 24. Need to find their stride offensively. Healy looking right the whole way. The screen set up for Mingo and an easy first down as it was well blocked. Massapequa playing a little conservatively defensively. Sam Nolan got the flag. So 1st and 10, just inside the 40. Ball's on about the 37, leading to a 1st and 17 for West Hempstead. Again, led by head coach Dana Taglioni, a phys ed teacher at the school, also coaches JV basketball and middle school soccer, living out a dream to coach football. Jancy Cabrera, she has some speed as well. Cabrera makes it a 2nd and a little bit more manageable on the sweep play. Cabrera, a quiet kid, but again, a real talent, fast, and catches the football really well. Just another option in this Rams arsenal. Again, West Hempstead has had some games where they've been held down offensively, but you get the feeling next year this will be one of the best offenses in Nassau County, with Healy, with Nesbitt, with Mingo, with Shinsedo. It's a great group. Quick start on the rush. On the ball is knocked out. Physical play by Mariah Morisi, the dynamic pass rusher for the Chiefs, just a freshman. And it's interesting, a lot of the best players on this Chiefs team are freshmen because they were the only group on Massapequa that grew up playing flag football. A lot of the other girls were too old, wasn't quite instituted yet. And it's illegal to go for an intentional strip, but that was deemed unintentional by the officials, so the ball gets pushed back. And it sets up a long conversion attempt for West Hempstead. Healy will throw it short. Be a long way to go for Shinsedo. Shinsedo makes a defender miss. Oh, no, she didn't. The flag was corralled by Lila D'Agostino. So it'll be a 4th and about 7 for West Hempstead, as they picked up 14 on that play.
Number 10, Amanda Healy, a quarterback for West Hempstead.
And a crucial play with 15 minutes to go. And the Rams trailing by 24 points. Need 3 scores and a couple of 2- or 3-point conversions. Pass to Mingo, caught. Mingo dives forward. The question is, where was the flag? Grab the official signal first down. So a big-time play for our impact player to watch, Chance Mingo. A 4-sport star for West Hempstead High School. And what a confident throw by Healy, just drilling it into Mingo. We saw Healy slightly off the mark on some other big throws in this game. That time, she was on the money, hitting Mingo. We mentioned the open, but Mingo, just an exceptionally smart player, calling out the tendencies of the other team to her coaching staff on the sideline. Another short pass, little catch and run, as the grab on the flag is pulled off by Shea Brennan. Chance Mingo on the sprint again.
Lady Rams getting closer. Still second down, 2nd and goal from the 14.
So ball up to the 14, the no first down marker at that point because it's every 20 yards, so it's technically a 2nd and goal for West Hempstead. Again, none of the girls on this West Hempstead team had ever played flag football before. It's pretty incredible how good some of them are already. Shinsedo being chief amongst that group. But she's stopped by a chief that time. It was D'Agostino, who again is just an 8th grader. So D'Agostino has a really bright future in this sport with 4 years still to play. This feels almost like a warm-up year for everyone on Nassau County. Teams are still learning the basics, catching, running, throwing, the terminology. And there's one point on West Hempstead where a girl was overheard saying, "What's a huddle?" earlier this year. It's that kind of learning process, but everyone's getting better as the year goes on. As that ball's picked off, Healy threw it up for grabs. And coming down with it is Shea Brennan, the do-everything star from Massapequa. She plays center. She plays wide receiver. She plays defensive back, has snapped the ball in this game, has caught touchdowns, and now has another interception as we take a break on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Teed off by shoulder pain? We've got specialists for that. Realizing you've pulled out more than weeds? We've got specialists for that. Doing the twist making you shout? We've got specialists for that. Orland & Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Back on the Varsity Media Sports Network, you're watching Nassau Flag Football presented by Orland & Cohen. And it's Massapequa ball off the interception by Shea Brennan. Pass lofted by Marisi, and that one could have been picked. I believe the official said a flag might have been grabbed before the throw. No, they're just saying incomplete. So that's a shift. We had 12 minutes on the game clock now, down to 6 minutes. Let's take another look at that interception. As Healy was trying to get it to Mingo. Mingo open at the back of the end zone. That pass just left a little short. And finding a quarterback, that has been the tallest task for essentially all these schools on Long Island. It's a position, even especially on the boys' side, I think I would say that is often not born but made by years of experience. Just a lot of responsibility, especially with how the flag game is played, a vicious pass rush. It's a real adjustment, and I mean, look, it's a credit as Marisi Shows you how easy she can make the quarterback position look with a 20-plus yard run. I was going to say it's a credit to Healy. It's a credit to Marisi. It's a credit to Donato. It's a real credit to Leah Howard when she came off a soccer season, was dominating. And so much of this sport is learning on the fly, and these girls have done such a great job of it. As there's an injured player for West Hempstead, Nick Magarachi out to help out. So we'll take a quick break on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Make sure everyone's all right when we come back.
The best action shots and the best angles look no further than Varsity Media. Our experienced photographers capture your athletes' best moments right from field level. Plus, we offer great keepsakes like bobbleheads, posters, plaques, and prints. For more information about Varsity Media's photography services, contact us at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
So is Shanti Palmer, the injured player for West Hempstead, able to walk off, gets a big hug from Myella Nesbitt, who is so clearly the heart and soul of this West Hempstead team. Just a great teammate is Myella Nesbitt. And with 4:47 to go, it'll be a second and short. 3rd and 2. Third tries the charm for Massapequa. Give up the middle. And this is the longest run from a running back on the day. Sam Nolan, at least on the Massapequa side of things, rips off about 22 yards. Rips off about 12 yards. 4 minutes to go in this one. And there's Nolan finally getting a little bit of room to operate. West Hempstead has struggled for a lot of this game, but one area they've done a really good job is on that defensive line, putting pressure on Marisi and essentially forcing Massapequa to at least line up as if they're going to throw every single play with the way they've stopped this Chiefs running game. Marisi working against the grain, beats the pressure, will throw it as far as she can, has a girl down the field, and it's caught. A catch and run and score for a touchdown for Massapequa. A big smile after the big-time score for Erin Stanley. And look at that from Morisi. We were questioning her arm, and she shut us up. A rainbow pass. And Erin Stanley comes in off the bench to grab it. A big smile, and what a feel-good note for Massapequa, who wasn't feeling great after that big loss against Belmore District. They come back out and absolutely control this game from the get-go against West Hempstead. And West Hempstead, that's not to deny that the Rams had some moments of excellence, particularly on offense. We mentioned Nesbitt. We mentioned Shinsedo, as the two-point conversion is blocked away. Well done on the back line of that Rams defense by Christina Guerrier. But the 30-point advantage for Massapequa remains intact. And Talia Marisi, I think, sending a message to Bruce Stegner that she wants to keep that starting quarterback job. Again, started the season as the third stringer. Leah Howard went down. Delaney Donato was sick for at least a week. So Marisi got the job and is proven to be a dynamic dual threat. I was asking Bruce Stegner about her passing ability, and he kind of paused and was like, you know what, it's getting better every week, but you really see it with Marisi. And it completely makes sense because like so many players on this Massapequa team, like everyone on this West Hempstead team, this is her first time playing the sport. And given that, we've seen that for all these girls on both sides, and for every team in Nassau County, they've gotten just exponentially better from week to week to week as they've acclimated to the game. And it's great to see the West Hempstead players aren't down. They're having fun. And it's something. I remember we were talking to the Long Beach coaching staff led by Lori DeVivo, and she was talking about how, just at least for this first season, as coaches, we got to tone down the competitive aspects of the game a little bit, just because it's a maiden voyage for everyone, right? And it should be fun, especially in the first year, whether you're winning or you're losing. It's about learning the game. And at this point, it's not a varsity sport. It's an after-school activity for these kids. And sure, some of them are really high-level athletes. I mean, we've been talking about Talia Marisi. She's playing Division I soccer. Leah Howard's playing Division I soccer. Jaslinsky heading to Fairfield to play soccer. I'm sure a couple of players on this West Hempstead team, namely Chance Mingo, will probably be playing a college sport somewhere. But at least for flag football, it's about fun. It's about enjoying it. And it's great to see that West Hempstead, led by Dana Taglioni. Again, I'm sure they're not happy with this result, but they're maintaining that great attitude, as there was nearly a pick six opportunity for the Chiefs. Closing hard on that ball for Massapequa is Grace Trotta. And it's a group of sharks in that defensive backfield, or maybe I should say piranhas, for Massapequa. They really attack the football. They are so well coached, again, by Bruce Stegner and Sherry Rossler. And they have a primetime matchup later this week on the Varsity Media Sports Network when they'll take on Plainview Old Bethpage JFK. Plainview Old Bethpage also at 4-2 on the season. So that should be two very even teams. As we approach the final minute of this game, Massapequa and Plainview will both be in for the playoffs. Plainview will be playing to lock down a playoff berth. Massapequa, I believe, clinching a playoff spot with this win. So high stakes for Plainview, less so for Massapequa. Though again, when so many girls on the team are playing for just the 7th or 8th time in their lives, every game is valuable. And it's not a situation where you're going to sit your star players for the postseason. You want them to get as many reps, as many chances to learn the game, to experience new situations as possible, as Massapequa will end this on a good note. The sack that time by Kate Torino. And that'll be the ball game. So it's a 32-2 win for Massapequa over West Hempstead. And just a big-time showing from the Massapequa quarterback room. Talia Marisi getting it done with her feet. And on that last bomb with her arm, Delaney Donato coming off the bench, connecting on two huge passes to Dominique Diorio, who finishes with 2 touchdowns on the game. And Massapequa will ride into the end of their season on the high. They'll look to end it with a great finish against Plainview Old Bethpage JFK. Again, you can check that game out 4:30 on Thursday on the Varsity Media Sports Network. But for our entire fantastic crew, I'm Gavin Shaw signing off from Massapequa High School.